Hey everyone, it's Adam Tracy. So Fortress Trust in Nevada shut down or got shut down by the Nevada regulators. And surprisingly, the founder of Fortress Trust was the founder of Prime Trust, which was also shut down for the exact same reason, and that is missing crypto money, what have you. So the question is, how are they regulated? Like, who are, are they just people calling themselves trust companies, whatever? So, a quick primer. All of these trust companies are Nevada state chartered trusts, right? And the trust is the trust license is actually relatively easy to obtain. It can be obtained in like 90 days unless there's like a problem, right? Um, and you're limited to like basically what's they loosely call fiduciary responsibilities, right? So the primary one, especially in the context of crypto, is custody of assets, okay? And it can like you can also offer some kind of, discretionary investment activities, custodian services like for like bond agents, payment agents, stuff like that, kind of more like, traditional finance type activities. But in the crypto sphere, this has become like this massive thing, like where, hey, listen, we're going to get this trust license and trust us, right? And they all fail. Well, the reality is they're nothing more than like a wallet, okay? Prime Trust, for all like they're just a wallet. They're just a custodian for exchanges, individuals, what have you. Like they have one job. It's one of these, you had one fucking job. And they keep failing. And there's others beyond Fortress and Prime Trust that have tried it and failed, right? And it's like, it's crazy because they go through all of it, and they're seemingly good actors. You have to come up with, it can vary in terms of capital requirements. Typically it's like $1 million, but they all fail because they're losing people's money, right? And their sole job is to accept, safeguard, and account for people's funds, crypto, what have you. And they keep failing, like over and over and over again. This guy's done it twice now. Like, what the fuck, right? So when you look at these companies, okay, and it's not only, you see some now in other states where, there's like very specific asset protection laws, like regarding trust, South Dakota, Alaska. And now all of a sudden they're all crypto custodians, okay? And really it's like it's like a basic accounting function, but all of a sudden they're all losing everybody's money, right? Or they don't know where it is or what have you. But you have to wonder what kind of internal controls they in fact have and how they're actually accounting for the safeguard of your digital assets, because seemingly a lot of people rushed in, got a license that wasn't that difficult to obtain. They're emulating that in South Dakota and Alaska. And one by one, state regulators doing their job, right, come in, do an audit, and they find out that, total deposits in were X, total deposits out were Y, there should be Z, but there's like A left in there. So there's a problem. There's a problem, but we keep going down this like rabbit hole and the same shit keeps happening. So, while they are heavily regulated, it is an easy license to get. You can rush into it, right? And just because Nevada, South Dakota, Alaska have like very specific and like well-known trust structures and trust company licenses, right? It doesn't mean that they're in fact capable custodians, right? And you can even look like overseas, right? There's plenty of them in Switzerland, right? And I think by and large, you don't see the problems, but the licensure required in Switzerland is far more complex. The standard for competency that the person's obtaining the license is much higher than it is here, right? So when you're looking for custodians, like I guess the whole point of this is don't fall for the trap or like the belief that somehow Nevada, South Dakota, Alaska are better. They're not, right? If you wanted to create an asset protection trust for yourself, okay, like for your family or whatever, yeah, great. Those are the places to go. And yes, you have to like work with a trust company to be the trustee for that trust, right? But that has nothing to do with their capability to be a custodian for your crypto exchange or whatever project you're doing, right? Even if you're doing OTC deals, it doesn't mean that. Now, there's plenty of good ones, but they don't always have to be there. And so you see online and like people will talk about it and it's like, oh, well, it's a Nevada trust company. That doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit. You can be a trust company in all sorts of states outside of the three I mentioned. What matters is how competent the people are and the regulators doing their job, and they're doing their job in Nevada. But the problem is this crypto's gone like it was with Prime Trust, and who knows if you ever get it back. But, you know, I guess it's my cautionary tale about falling into this like trap of like, oh, these states are great for trust. That means that the trust company itself is somehow competent to do something that it's really not formed to do. And then you come to the same situation that you see today with Fortress Trust. So that's my take. Hit me up. Talk to you later.